So here we are at the end of an era, the last update for Porsche's combustion engine Macan before they all go electric. The Porsche Macan has been on sale since 2014. It's been updated a couple of times, but it still manages to feel fresh almost a decade later. The T in this new model stands for Touring, which itself holds a lot of Porsche history, and whether the Macan is worthy of such history is probably a debate for another day. The T sits above the base spec car but below the S and the GTS. As standard, it receives Porsche's Sports Chrono Pack, which includes drive modes, sports response and launch control. It also gets Stuttgart's adaptive dampening system, so it sits 15mm lower than the regular car. That all sounds impressive. So what's the catch? Well, the Macan T shares the entry-level 2-litre unit with the base spec car, and for nearly £5,000 more, is an engaging drive worth the increase? Well, hopefully that's what I'm going to find out in today's video. Hi, my name's Tish and welcome to my channel, Auto Social UK. If you like new car reviews and car content and you're not already subscribed, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Okay, so what else is new with the Macan T? The Macan T stands apart from the rest of the range with subtle cosmetic details. The grille, door mirrors and side blades, rear spoiler and badging are all finished in agate grey metallic paint. The T also has black quad exhausts and dark titanium 20-inch alloy wheels, which would be a £2,436 option if you wanted them on the base spec model. There's 13 exterior colour options to choose from. The standard colours are black and white, but in true Porsche fashion, you can pick from some beautiful metallic colours like copper ruby, Jane Tame blue and papaya for £674. Or if you have 1,676 just burning a hole in your pocket, then you can splash out on the Carmine red or Miami blue, which are Porsche's special colours. Is there anything more fun than building Porsches online? Look beyond that marketing of the T badge, and essentially this is a base spec Macan with a lot of the options pre-ticked for customers, which actually seems like a sensible idea because customers actually rarely ever pick a standard Macan, and bulking options together like this are often more cost effective. So Porsche is probably going to wince at me mentioning this, but the T shares the same 2-litre 4-cylinder engine as other Volkswagen Group models, such as the Golf GTI, only here it's mounted longitudinally. I'm not sure I'm saying that correctly. The smaller engine weighs 59 kilograms less than the V6, and removing that mass from the nose, Porsche says, helps improve cornering agility, which hopefully I'll find out. Plus, ultimately, there's nothing to wince about when mentioning that engine, because historically it's very good and also very reliable. That 2-litre unit produces 261 brake horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque in this Macan T, which is actually the same amount that you get in the base level Macan. But because this has the Sports Chrono package with launch control, that reduces the 0 to 62 time to, drum roll, 0.2 seconds less, making it 6.2 seconds. Yeah, it's not that impressive. It's not a ridiculously fast car. The GTS and the S Macans will still feel faster, but it's not all about power in a straight line. It's actually the only car in Porsche's lineup to get the brand's PASM adaptive dampening system with steel springs. The T sits 15mm lower than the regular car, and the steering has also been tweaked. These changes only deliver a marginal increase in turn response and stability through corners. Not such a bad thing though, because the standard Macan was already one of the best SUVs in Benz. The steering is also perfectly weighted and it offers decent feedback, especially for an SUV. There's a few different driving modes to choose from, and I love on Porsches that they put them on the steering wheel. It just feels so interactive and very driver focused. So you twist this button around and you've got your normal mode, sport mode, sports plus mode, and you've also got the individual mode as well, which can be kind of customized to your preference. Now if we pop it back in sports plus mode, what this car also has, because it has the sports response, is when you press this button, you get a boost for 20 seconds, and this is incredible. It just changes the whole kind of feel of this car, its personality. It really speeds things up. If you're driving this car in normal, it can be quite refined. You don't get that much power out of that 2-litre unit. Use that sports response button and instantly you unlock so much power, and I actually think it feels quite a lot quicker than 6.2 seconds, but that is probably because of the package that it's in, this SUV. We're not that used to having really quick aggressive SUVs, and it feels great. Plus, the suspension is brilliant, upgraded once again for this Macan T, but even the standard Macans get a really great suspension setup, which is pretty comfortable. But even through all the different modes, even Sports Plus, it feels great. You have to admit, the Macan T around the back looks fantastic, doesn't it? You've got those dark smoked lights, you've also got the dark badges, those dark quad tailpipes. It looks great. And despite the sporty shape, it's also quite practical. Now here's a little quirk that before I ever drove a Macan pretty much blew my mind, but you open the boot by this little button which is underneath the rear wiper. And then inside here you have got 488 litres of space, so that's a really decent amount. It's a good wide opening as well. You've got practical elements, like you've got the chrome parts here so that it doesn't get scratched up on the plastic. You've also got 3-way split folding rear seats, so it is a really practical family car.
Inside it gets a unique part leather, part Sportex Alcantara-like trim, with silver contrast stitching and embossed Porsche logos on the headrests. The quality is just as you'd hope, pretty darn special. The previous buttoned adorned centre console has been replaced by this dreaded touch-sensitive one. Mind you, it is easy to get used to. However, it might look less cluttered than before, but it's only a matter of time until it's covered in fingerprints. Luckily, there's still some physical buttons for increasing and decreasing the temperature. All Macans, including the T, come with a 10.9-inch touchscreen. Its high-definition display is bursting with colour, making it more than a match for the displays that you'll find on an Audi or BMW. What did surprise me is the Macan T does not have keyless entry or start as standard.
Okay, let's cut to the chase. The Porsche Macan is a fantastic car to drive compared to virtually anything else like it. And that's still absolutely true of this T. As far as small SUVs go, Porsche has nailed the driving experience. But the Macan S and the GTS are still your go-tos if you want a more charismatic driving experience. However, at a time when we're all keeping a keen eye on that MPG figure, yeah, I'm pretty sure Porsche drivers are doing it too. This Macan T feels as though it has something to give, as though it's more relevant than ever. However, at just £1,000 less than the S model, it just seems the obvious jump to go to the V6. But what do you guys think? Do you think this Model T has a place in the lineup, or do you think the S is far more relevant? Let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed the video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos from me on this channel, then make sure you hit the subscribe button. Until next time guys, see you later.